Alrighty guys, I am in a bit of a pickle. On my quest to find open water and places on this earth that don't have a bunch of snow and ice, I realized, oh, I should probably get my tackle together. So I go to get my tackle together. I look back in the back of my shed back here, so I tromp back there, open the door and find a little bit of my bass tackle and stuff like that. I'm like, where's the rest of it? And then I got to thinking, and I'm like, you know what, I bet I left the other half of it in my boat. I got a really cool old, just like 1998 Ranger that I store like a couple miles down the road in this dude's barn. So I called him up, I'm like, hey dude, like I kind of want to get out of this weather, I kind of want to go fish down south, like I kind of want to get my boat out. And he's like, whoa, let me stop you there. You definitely can't get your boat out. There's like 4 feet of snow drifted in front of this barn and it's way down in the back of his yard. Like, we definitely can't get your boat out. I was like, okay. Well, I got a bunch of tackle and like some rods in there and stuff. Like, can I just, you know, pop into your back barn and grab that too? So he's like, yeah, sure. He goes down there, he checks it out just to make sure like my boat's in that barn, because he's got a couple barns there. And he's like, 2 problems. So I shoveled 4 feet of snow away from like the big barn door where you were to get in. And like the whole door is frozen, like on the bottom. There's like a big sheet of ice, I guess, that's holding this door shut. He's like, that's the only door that leads into the barn. So now I'm thinking, okay, I got like half my tackle back here, a boat I can't get out of storage, and a barn I can't even get into to get the tackle out of my boat. Alrighty, so here's my game plan. I got a couple of ice chippers, my shovel, my sled, camera gear, and a bunch of salt. I'm gonna try to just chip away at this barn door, throw a bunch of salt on it. I gotta get into this barn because I need to grab the other half of my tackle. And from there, I guess I'll figure out where I'm gonna go next. But Operation Break into Barn, Grab Tackle begins right now. Alrighty, so the dude that owns these barns, I talked to him on the phone for all of like 10 minutes, and he made it pretty clear to me that he thinks there's no way I'm gonna get in. He thinks there's no way I'm gonna like chip the ice off this and kind of break into his barn to get my tackle. I said, you know what, Dave?
Challenge accepted.
I'm just kind of plotting in my head how I'm gonna attack this. I don't really remember what these barns look like. I don't know if it's like a big swinging door, a normal garage door, or like a classic barn door that opens up like this. Either way, it sounds like there's just a ridiculous amount of ice on it. And I'm gonna give it my best shot. Wish me luck. That's a long walk just to get that shot. Why do I do this? Are you guys seeing this? Are you seeing this right now? This is ridiculous. I will say one thing, Dave, I doubted you a little bit, but you're definitely telling the truth. This is gonna be a task nonetheless. This is gonna be a process. So I just walked around the whole entire barn and I found an alternative route. This is impossible. This is frozen in and I think it slides out that way. There's a couple rebar posts over there that are just like frozen in the ground that there's no way I could push the door that way at all. So I looked for another way in and I think I might have found it. We're in. We're in. Okay, we're in. We did it. It's my So all that work, and I just walked to the end of the shed and back, and there's a bunch of boats in there, just none of them are mine. Wow, one barn down, 50 more to go. Right in there, I can see her. So after about 25 minutes of walking around and snooping and inspecting in all these barns, I found the red rocket. I found my beauty, I found my boat, I found my chariot. She looks sad. She looks so sad sitting in the shed, covered with snow. But I found her. Let's go in there, check it out. I think I can get in this one, and let's get my tackle the heck out of here. There she is. All right, next step, uncover this puppy. See what I left in here, see what I need out of here, and then get the heck out of here. All right, I'm gonna close the shed door up right now. I would count that as semi-successful. I couldn't open all the compartments of my boat just because there's like a layer of ice over them, and I pulled as hard as I could and I couldn't get them. So I did manage to grab a bunch of line that I had in there, some tackle boxes, a bunch of different plastics. Either way, that's gonna help. Anything's better than nothing if I'm going on a trip. So I think I'm gonna put the camera away, head back to my house, and I've got a lot of organizing to do. Either way, this is exciting. Hyped up, freaking hyped up. I am like full of joy and excitement right now. I can't even barely contain myself. Yesterday I came and got into the barn where I keep my bass boat, and there's just 4 feet of snow. It's gnarly, it's horrible. I drug my sled down here, got some tackle out after, it was just a process. It was like 3 or 4 hours just to get my tackle out of my boat. Talked to the farmer yesterday, and I was like, yeah man, we're supposed to get just plowed with more snow this weekend, like another foot. When this all melts, it's gonna be so muddy. Like, I don't know the next time we'll be able to get the boat out. Like, I really want to get it out and go down south as fast as I can, because I got to get out of here. And he's like, well, I got a tractor, and we could plow a road right to it, and you could just get it out tomorrow. I'm like, no. Are you kidding? Are you being real? He's like, yeah, let's do it. So earlier today, that's what we were doing. Dave is just a freaking awesome tractor driver. He takes his big tractor with the loader in the front and plows a big road all the way down to this like group of barns down here that's loaded with boats. Flips my boat around. Now I got my buddy Brok with me. He brought his truck. We're getting the boat out of storage. This is the earliest I've ever got it out. I'm so freaking hyped. We're getting out of here. We're going down south. We're going fishing. So let's hook the freaking old red rocket up and let's get the heck out of here. The heaters are a-ripping, and they've been ripping for about 2 hours now. I got both my buddy heaters here on full bore, on high, and I'm just trying to thaw everything out. I literally can't even open up the containers in my boat right now because they're all just frozen shut. I don't know if that's just moisture that blew in this fall and just, you know, it froze, or I don't really know what's going on. But here's the bottom of the boat here, and it's got some serious ice to it. I am so sorry, little red rocket. I didn't mean for this to happen. So I'm trying just to thaw that out. There's a bunch of ice that kind of formed in between the cracks of all these compartments here. So I grabbed this and I can't open it to save my freaking life. I just got my boat out today and I decided I'm literally leaving tomorrow. I don't exactly know where I'm going. I know I'm going to Missouri, I think Lake the Ozarks. I don't have a place to stay. I might just be sleeping out of my car, but that's half the fun of it. Either way, I'm just pumped to get in some open water and just start casting. I don't even care if I catch anything, just to cast. Beyond ready. We are freaking beyond ready. Within 24 hours, we took the boat out of the barn. We got it all thawed out. We got it all packed up, and we were heading down south. So let me show you a little bit. We thawed everything out. This was all frozen. So we ran the heaters like 8 hours last night. Huge shout out to my parents. Thank you for letting me keep the boat in the garage. We thawed it all out. We grabbed our rods. We didn't rig anything. We just threw the tackle in, threw the rods in, and we threw a ton of junk in the back of the car here. I'm going with my best buddy Brok. He basically just grabbed his rods, grabbed his clothes, and I'm like, let's go down south. He's like, frickin' game. So I'll go over more what we have inside the truck later, but we're gonna get on the road. We've got like an 8 or 9 hour drive. We are gonna beat the snowstorm of the century coming up here, so I can't believe it's happening. I cannot believe we are going to find open water and we're gonna be flipping an old jig, casting an old crankbait, and hopefully lacing in some bass. So I guess there's really nothing else to be said than let the adventure begin.